individual contributor kind of doesn't know the kind of impact that he's having through his work. You never get to know कि यार इससे कंपनी का क्या आउटपुट है. आज मैं अगर नहीं आया तो what difference will it make to that company? So that's how I switched from Uber to Oyo. So I didn't want to waste my time. I felt कि मतलब मेरा बहुत सिंपल है कि जब तक मजा आता है मैं काम करता हूँ. वहाँ पे I build my team from scratch. मेरे पास 2 लोग थे जब मैं गया था. I kind of build a team of almost 30-35 people. अगर आप काम कर रहे हो या नहीं कर रहे हो, वो notice में आना in a big company it becomes a bit difficult. So people who are working startup, मतलब it's not that they don't want money in life. We want money. These two things I felt is very different in startup. So वहाँ पे the person has to be very high on skill and will both. तो ये चीज लगा. Second, if you do well, career progression is that much better. I think it's a very rewarding journey. So 3 things now, Ankit, which we look for in any candidate when we hire them. Yeah.
Hi, welcome to the Unlocking Journeys podcast. इस पॉडकास्ट के थ्रू मैं हर वो आदमी तक पहुंचना चाहता हूं जिनमें कुछ बड़ा करने का पैशन हो, जिनमें वो जुनून हो कुछ बड़ा इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट करने का. इसमें हम होस्ट करेंगे उन लोगों को जिन लोगों ने अपने अपने फील्ड में कुछ बड़ा किया है और उनके जर्नीज से हम ये सीखेंगे कैसे हम भी उनके जैसे एक बड़े मुकाम तक पहुंच सकते हैं. सो कम, लेट्स अनलॉक देयर जर्नीज टुगेदर. टुडे वी आर होस्टिंग कुंदन, who is one of the founding members of Vetic. Vetic is a 360-degree pet care startup that has gone from 0 to 1 crore per month revenue within just 9 months of operation and is expected to clock 10 crore per month revenue in next 8 to 9 months. It has already raised 26 crore of seed funding at a 150 crore valuation. Hi Kundan, welcome to the podcast. I hope you are having a good time.
Hey Ankit, absolutely excited to have a discussion with you. It's going great. I hope things are absolutely fine at your end as well.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. I actually want to know through your journey how you moved through your career from big companies to going to startup and more entrepreneurial journeys. And then let's discuss about Vetic and how did you go through the MVP and then different challenges and everything, right? And through your lens, we want to make sure that people know कि कैसे हम लोग अपने जर्नी को प्लान कर सकते हैं as well as कैसे risk taking ability भी हमारे अंदर होना चाहिए.
Got it. So Ankit, first of all, thanks for giving this opportunity to narrate how has my journey been. I think it's a great thing that you're doing. I think all the budding entrepreneurs can get to hear how to build and plan their journey and how to take that plunge. So I'll quickly tell about my journey till now. I'm from a very middle class background, Ankit. Been born and brought up in multiple places in India, right? Very small town. I've been in Bihar, Odisha, right? So very middle class upbringing. So after my BTech, I worked with Hero MotoCorp for 2 years. Again, a very established organization. Right. So in सब companies में क्या है कि after that I also worked with EY, Uber. So what happens in these countries is a individual contributor kind of doesn't know the kind of impact that he's having through his work. तो उसमें क्या रहता है कि you always feel कि चलो मैं अपना काम कर रहा हूँ. You never get to know कि यार इससे कंपनी का क्या आउटपुट है. आज मैं अगर नहीं आया तो what difference will it make to that company? So people who are ambitious, who are motivated, they kind of sometimes feel lost in that culture. So I was one of them. I wanted to मतलब मुझे लगता था कि मैं अगर दिन में 10 घंटे 12 घंटे काम कर रहा हूँ, which is almost 50% of my time, if I'm doing it, it better be impactful. मुझे मजा आना चाहिए. So that's how I switched from Uber to Oyo. Oyo was also at that point of time not a startup. I think वो भी काफी बड़ी थी. But Oyo में I got a very good exposure. So I was looking after operations for almost 20 cities, right? Got a good idea of how hands-on work gets done. Was leading a big team of almost 40-50 people. तो काफी समझ में आया कि startup होती क्या है, how pace actually matters, how every contributor has to contribute, right? How month-on-month growth is important, how business model different किस type के होते हैं. We had multiple product lines. उनका खुद का बिजनेस था, सेल्फ ऑपरेटेड बिजनेस था. सो डिफरेंट मार्जिन कैसे होते हैं वो समझ में आया. तो इट वाज अ डिसेंट जर्नी. From then pandemic kind of hit and the entire hospitality industry actually suffered. right? So that point of time again I felt that, yeah, one way was to relax and be at home, and kind of wait for the COVID thing to get past, and then kind of again resume journey. But then I felt that so early in my career I should keep taking moves which kind of help me enhance my skill sets. So that's when I switched to pristine care. So pristine care was a career defining move for me. I think that's where I really got to do 0 to 1 wala journey. So pristine care at that point of time was valued at almost $200 million, right? Company used to do 1,000 surgeries a month. So I got a challenge to build a new category. This category is a technical category. उसको laparoscopy बोलते हैं अंकित. So इसमें you kind of deal with gallstones, appendix, hernia, these kind of surgeries. तो वो करने को मिला. आई थिंक वहां पे मुझे काफी लर्निंग है. वहां पे आई बिल्ड माई टीम फ्रॉम स्क्रैच. मेरे पास 2 लोग थे जब मैं गया था. आई काइंड ऑफ बिल्ड अ टीम ऑफ ऑलमोस्ट 30-35 पीपल, राइट? गॉट अ गुड अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ हाउ मार्केटिंग वर्क्स, गॉट अ गुड अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ हाउ डॉक्टर्स कैसे होते हैं. तो प्रिस्टीन केयर के मॉडल में क्या था, इट वॉज वेरी डिफरेंट एज कम्पेयर टू ट्रेडिशनल हेल्थ केयर. वहां पे क्या था अंकित की वी वर काइंड ऑफ डूइंग ऑनलाइन कस्टमर एक्विजिशन and kind of using different hospitals to perform our surgeries, right? तो पूरा इकोसिस्टम ही नया था. तो वहाँ पे काइंड ऑफ जर्नी काफी अच्छी रही. हेल्थ केयर को काफी अच्छे से समझा, बंदे को स्केल करना समझा. तो वहां से काफी कॉन्फिडेंस आया. आई थिंक 60-70% ऑफ माई जो फियरलेसनेस आता है दैट कम्स फ्रॉम प्रिस्टीन केयर का जर्नी. So वहाँ पे towards the end again मतलब the journey was very good. The founder of Vetic, I met him at Oyo. He was chief operating officer back then, and he was chief business officer at Pristine also. So he bought a cat, right? Faced multiple issues with the pet. He kind of visited multiple clinics.
Hey,
Uh,
sorry, I'll
yeah,
stop you a little. Let's
yeah,
go in a little bit detail of कि आपने Uber and Oyo में क्या आपने किया, and then in Pristine Care थोड़ा और डिटेल में एक बार जाते हैं, and then we'll talk about Vetic.
got it, got it. So Uber में Ankit, I was Uber had a leasing vertical, cell phone cars थे उनके. So I was the Delhi Gurgaon head for them back then. वहाँ पे I had a very short stint. I had spent only 5-6 months there. वहाँ पे again what I felt was that Uber was too big in India at that point of time. Plus the focus on the leasing vertical was kind of not there. So I didn't want to waste my time. I felt कि मतलब मेरा बहुत simple है अंकित, जब तक मजा आता है मैं काम करता हूँ. I am not a kind of person who kind of सोचता है कि 2 साल 3 साल तो लगाने चाहिए कंपनी में. So I switched within 6 months. Got into Oyo. Oyo में I was first looking after operations for 6 months. So there were around 25 cities that I was looking at. Then I got into the revenue or the management team. So we were looking after the entire revenue for India, looking at various channels of demand, कहाँ कहाँ से कितनी डिमांड आती है, कितने कस्टमर्स एक्वायर करते हैं. तो वो पूरा रेवेन्यू मैनेजमेंट का रोल था ओयो में. Then coming to Pristine Care में the role was of a business head for a category, wherein how a category operates is that they are a center point of everything. You get leads from marketing. Category team kind of works on those leads, kind of converts them. Then there is the entire ecosystem that is built to help them. First is medical team, which is a team of doctors. Then there's supply team, which kind of brings hospitals. Then there's the insurance team, which kind of provides kind of clearances for insurance. Then you have operations team. So I was leading the category there. So spent almost 2 years there. स्क्रैच से मतलब ऑलमोस्ट 4 crores पर मंथ का रेवेन्यू करती थी वो कैटेगरी. सो वो जर्नी थी प्रिस्टीन केयर में.
सो आपने जो बड़े कंपनी से जब शिफ्ट किया, हाउ वाज द वर्क डिफरेंट? कैसा क्या क्या आपको डिफरेंस, क्या क्या डिफरेंसेस नजर आए, बोथ इन टर्म्स ऑफ वर्क, इन टर्म्स ऑफ इम्पैक्ट, इन टर्म्स ऑफ टीम, एंड इन टर्म्स ऑफ द काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स यू डू? कैसे वो डिफरेंट था? क्योंकि देयर आर लाइक अ लॉट ऑफ लिसनर्स हियर are from big companies. They are very complacent and at what they are doing, the kind of aspirations they had in their, let's say, college days. yeah, school days, that has somehow subsided down and they have become complacent. So I'm trying to understand कैसे वो different है, कैसे experience बहुत ज़्यादा different है
Yeah, yeah,
startups में.
yeah. So in a very big company, I'll take example of Hero, my first company. तो क्या रहता है कि these companies are already very established, right? मतलब there are multiple layers in these companies जो रहती हैं, and with all due respect, they have done so well, right? तो nothing against them. The point is just that कि जब आप इतनी बड़ी कंपनीज में काम करते हैं, तो वहाँ पे हर इंडिविजुअल का इम्पैक्ट आप नोट डाउन नहीं कर सकते. प्लस एक लेवल तक जब आप ग्रो कर जाते हैं, the growth mindset is not there, right? You kind of focus more on profitability. That is the right way of building business also. तो वहाँ पे there are not मतलब targets, you don't get such targets which kind of challenges you. या ऐसा ऐसा हो सकता है कि मैं 2 हफ्ते भी काम ना करूं बट कुछ इम्पैक्ट नहीं आएगा. तो मुझे ये समझ में आता था कि while I used to work hard, but even if I operate at 50%, there will not be much challenge, right? Because ecosystem has been built in that manner. तो फर्स्ट थिंग जो मुझे यही लगा कि आपकी अगर आप काम कर रहे हो या नहीं कर रहे हो, वो नोटिस में आना इन अ बिग कंपनी इट बिकम्स अ बिट डिफिकल्ट, बिकॉज देयर आर सो मेनी प्लेयर्स, काफी लोग होते हैं कंट्रीब्यूटर्स, तो वो हिलता नहीं है, आप नीडल नहीं मूव करा पाते बड़ी कंपनी में. प्लस सेकंड रहता है जो आपकी पेस ऑफ ग्रोथ होती है इन दोज कंपनीज, सिंस इम्पैक्ट पता नहीं चलता. देन सिमिलरली the pace of growth for people who do well doesn't get accelerated. So these two things I felt is very different in startup. Startup mein in any startup when you work, uh, anybody who is not working clearly gets called out, because you work on thin resources. You measure your movement every day. You work with data. So वहाँ पे the person has to be very high on skill and will both. तो ये चीज लगा. सेकंड, इफ यू डू वेल, career progression is that much better. I think it's a very rewarding journey, because in a startup you would always want people who are more willful and as compared to who are more experienced. So वो दो difference मुझे लगता है अंकित इस जर्नी में.
और इसमें जैसे आपका काफी फैट सैलरी होगा, आई एम वेरी श्योर, इन उबर एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. हाउ डू यू मेंटली अपने आप को बिल्ड करना कि इट्स फाइन, लेट्स टेक अ स्टिंट. सेकंड इज, हाउ डिड यू कन्विंस योर फैमिली एंड हुएवर इज अराउंड यू फॉर दिस?
या तो इसमें अंकित बहुत मतलब आई नॉट से कि मतलब दीज थिंग्स डोंट क्रॉस माय माइंड व्हेन आई वाज टेकिंग दीज डिसीजंस. तो इसमें यू टेक हेल्प फ्रॉम योर मेंटर. सो मतलब द फाउंडर ऑफ द कंपनी मिस्टर गौरव अजमेरा हैज बीन अ big mentor for me over the years, quite a senior folk. So then my brothers also have that startup wala mindset. So people who are working startup, मतलब it's not that they don't want money in life. We want money. मतलब you want to create wealth at the same time by creating impact. वही है fact. But point is कि then how do you create wealth? Startups में क्या रहता है कि when a startup is new, the capability to pay is low, right? So, but there is a very good tool called ESOPs, right? You make money in a good startup through ESOPs. So if you do a proper math, so when I was switching from Oyo to Pristine Care, right, I got to understand कि ये maths कैसे काम करता है, what is the kind of ESOP for which you should work for. At the same time, you can work at a slightly lower salary, but kind of ESOP is one thing that will help you make money with the company. It will help you get generational wealth. So that for वो discussions अपने mentors से किया, अपनी family से किया, kind of brought them in line. And you do your personal financial planning कि how much time will the company take to grow, कितना बड़ा आप risk ले रहे हो नहीं ले रहे हो. So it's calculative, so it's not at all impulsive. I'll never suggest anyone to take very impulsive decision कि कुछ idea लग रहा है करने लग गए. You should always have a thorough plan कि how, for example, if my startup doesn't make money for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, what will be my plan B, what will be my plan C. वो हमेशा होना चाहिए, because at the end of the day you would not want to lose your peace of mind. तो वो पूरी प्लानिंग करके वो स्टेप ली थी अंकित.
राइट. सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक, लाइक लोगों में इस टाइप का एंटरप्रेन्योरियल स्टिंट्स लेने के लिए व्हाट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स दे नीड टू डेवलप एंड व्हाट विल एक्चुअली, लेट्स से टेक top 3 things that will actually help them while doing this stint?
So three things now, Ankit, which we look for in any candidate when we hire them, yeah, which we also feel कि we should have if we are taking this plan. I think one, सबसे पहले जो आपने बोला risk taking ability. I think fearlessness तो होनी ही चाहिए. मतलब when you are pursuing an idea, it has to be with conviction. It has to be with a sense कि हाँ मैं risk takers ही धंधा बना सकते हैं. Very fair, मतलब वो रहता ही है. People who want comfort, who don't want to take risk, then you can't get that upside also. So risk taking ability is one. Second is, this journey is a tough one. मतलब when you are starting a startup, आप एक दो लोगों से start करते हो, you try to build a team of say 500 600 people. Along the journey what people see is कि हाँ भाई team size बहुत बड़ी हो गई है. What they don't get to see is कि कितना perseverance and hard work लगता है इसमें. Second thing is perseverance, hard work. I think इसमें one thing which should be included is कि ability to stand up after failing. So वही है perseverance, hard work. And third is problem solving. मतलब businesses get built because of problem solving. Someone identifies a problem, tries to solve it. That's how businesses get built. So third thing is, a problem solver will always build business for you. He'll always look at various opportunities and kind of monetize it. So ये तीन चीजें देखते हैं.
I hope you liked the pre-Vetic journey of Kundan. You must have learned something that you can apply to yourself. We'll be releasing the next part soon. So I hope आपको इनको सुन के मजा आया. And more importantly, इनके जर्नी से आपको कुछ सीखने को मिला होगा. My team puts a lot of effort in getting such kind of content to you. So if you like this, please like, subscribe and comment at least one thing that you learned from this.